to collect my offer letter, I cried like a baby because I did not know that God was going to bless me this way. It was just amazing. God. Hello viewers, I'm here to tell you another story. Today I'll be sharing with you how God moved me from where I was to where I am today. It makes me realize that God cares, that God is interested in every aspect of your life as a child of God. I started working with ICS, the International Community School, in 1999 as a teacher, computer and math teacher. After some years, I had to go to the UK because of family, and I came back in 2012 and decided to apply to ICS again. So I was employed a second time in ICS in 2012 and continued as a math teacher and a TD teacher, technical drawing. That's what TD stands for. I worked for a couple of years, and while in ICS, I gained quite a lot of experience in many areas. And at some point, the school decided to be accredited, and I helped in that process. I was the coordinator of the process the first time and the second time. The bodies that we are accredited with as a school are international bodies, one in Europe and one in the US. So it was quite a challenging process, but God saw us through both processes and we were accredited both times. In 2017, my boss called me to the office and I thought it was for work. So I took my file. There's this file that I carry around when my boss calls me, because everything I need to discuss with her that she has to tell me about is in that file. So I took the file and I rushed to her office. To my amazement, I saw not just my boss, but two other management staff. And they told me to sit down and that I was in trouble. I wondered what I had done, because I had done my best, excuse me, for this organization. And only to realize that that was just a joke. And an announcement was made in that meeting that I was going to be made the vice principal in the next academic session. I was in shock because this was not what I dreamt about. I was actually speechless and I didn't know what to say. And to be honest with you, for 2 days, I didn't sleep well because I was just so thankful about the fact that God really cared about me and He wanted to promote me even without my knowledge, you know. And I served in this position for about 3 years and God helped me. Last year, 2021, my boss, who is Mrs. Okpanachi, decided that she wanted to step aside and needed someone to take over the running of the school as the superintendent. I never thought about applying for that job, to be honest with you. I was even, thinking about others that I thought were qualified to take that position. But something happened many years ago, which I want to tell you about. About 4 years ago, my pastor, who doesn't even know my school, has never been there, told me something. He said, as we were having a conversation on phone, that God told him that I was going to head the school where I worked as a teacher. I was actually shocked and I began to laugh because then it was laughable. I was just a teacher. My boss was an amazing person. I wondered where she was going anyway. I thought, what would she be doing looking for somebody to replace her? And this then happened in 2021. She said she wanted to step aside. And I visited a family one day. This was early 2021. And as soon as I stepped into the apartment, I saw the wife, who was my friend. Her husband was not in the living room, but he is a pastor. And he stepped out of the room. As soon as he stepped out of the room and sat down, I greeted him. And the next thing he said was that God just told him that I was going to be the superintendent in the school where I work. And my response was, no! That was my response, because it wasn't something that I thought about. Now, to cut this long story short, I applied, was interviewed, and to my amazement, I got the job. I wept. The day I was called to collect my offer letter, I cried like a baby because I did not know that God was going to bless me this way. It was just amazing. God blew my mind. I just want to appreciate him. I want to thank him for doing this. I never knew that he had me in his mind like this, to bless me in this way. I was scared initially, but he confirms to me that he was with me. He made it very clear that he was behind me, and he told me, I'm in control of that school, and I want you to depend on me. Now, I will let you know that I stepped into that position depending solely on God, because I didn't know what to do. But he spoke to me clearly as to what to do, gave me guidance, and I'm really very grateful to him. And to be honest with you, the school is moving forward to the glory of God because he's in charge. He's just using me as an instrument. And I pray that God will continue to help me and to give me wisdom to move the school to the level that he wants it to go. And this is just to let you know that God thinks of you on a daily basis, and his thoughts towards you are of good and not of evil, to give you a future and a hope. God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Bible is very clear that the race is not always won by the swiftest person. The strongest army doesn't always win the war. The wisest people are not the richest people. Many times, people of skill go to bed hungry. But time and chance happens to every human being. Time and chance, another translation of the Bible says, to be in the right place at the right time. So promotion does not come from the east, from the west, or from the south. God is the judge who puts down one and elevates another. Let your life be pleasing unto God. That is what matters. God will make you like a tree that is planted by the rivers of waters, that brings forth his fruit in his season. Your leaves also shall not wither, and whatever you touch to do shall prosper, because you are in favor with God and with man. That is what happened to her. The bottom line of all the stories Aisha has told you, hand over your life to God. God has a plan for your life where he will take you in all your wisdom and ability and acumen will never succeed in taking yourself. Give your life to Jesus. Look for that, my video that is titled The Challenge. Pray the prayer in it with me. Hand over the control of your life to Jesus. And let him do what only he can do in your life. Please, again, do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Send us your comments. Forward this video to other people. Let them see that God is still working miracles in the lives of people. He takes nothings. He adds value to their lives. Thank you for tuning in again today. God bless you.